Grizzled Geek and Review for March 8th, 2019. I'm Mike.
I'm Doug.
And we're here with your weekly wrap-up of nerd news. This week, we're trying to get things knocked out of the way so we can run out and check out Captain Marvel real quick.
Yep.
That's our big story. Captain Marvel opens up today. So, how many people are going to go see this thing? Is it the controversy keeping people away? No. No, it's not.
Yeah, I mean, it's keeping the trolls probably. That's really the only people who are...
I think they're going to see it too, just to, so they can have something to complain about. But after much up and down, whether or not, what kind of box office Captain Marvel's going to make, it's settled in at close to your number, or close to your number.
Yeah, I think I had it for 10 million more than this.
Yeah, you said
but
130. They're saying 125, but that's the low estimate, right?
Yeah.
Some people have it going as high as 159 for domestic opening. So between 125 and 135 is what we're looking at probably domestically, and 3 million worldwide, signaling yet another hit for Marvel.
Yeah.
So there you have it. That's is it going to be a hit? Yes, it already is. Pre-ticket sales pretty much determined.
Right.
This movie was going to be a hit. The fact that it's basically a lead into Endgame. Yeah. You know.
Right.
This was a pre-sold movie, regardless of any controversy or whatever's going on.
If you're a Marvel fan, you're gonna see this because it's gonna tie into the whole story.
Yes.
So.
But this opening is going to put it, no matter what, even at the lowest end, is going to put it above Wonder Woman.
Right.
Which was 103 million opening.
Yeah.
Now, whether it goes on to do what Wonder Woman did, it would have to be a really good movie on top of that.
Right. Yeah.
And Wonder Woman had 2 good months of running. I mean, this one has Endgame coming up in a month.
Yeah.
Which we'll get to later on about what that's going to do to the box office. But yeah, I mean, it's a hit. It's doing really well. The only thing that's behind is Black Panther as far as superhero movies go for non-Avenger superhero movies, solo outing movies.
Okay.
And despite all the attempted trolling and review bombs that hit Rotten Tomato, it is still certified fresh at what was it,
84%?
84%, yeah. So.
Yeah, and if it's as good as that seems to indicate, word of mouth will get around and people will go see it.
Yeah. Now, I'm sure it's probably not. I mean, some of the reviews are saying, some of the reviews are saying, I'm sure it's not like, a Winter Soldier type movie. Those are rare. Remember, those are not. I mean,
right.
Yeah, Marvel had a series of hits like that, right? But not all of them are like that. But even like Dark World was entertaining. And Iron Man 3.
Yeah, I mean, this looks more like it's action-oriented. It's not a cerebral film necessarily. Yeah. It's an action romp. Yeah. So.
And in fact, we're going to see Skrulls on screen. It just is super exciting.
Right.
Plus all the tie-ins to Endgame. So, I mean,
my only concern, I don't listen to celebrity interviews, so I don't care what the hell Brie Larson says. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't change what I think about the character or how cool I think this looks. The only thing I saw in the previews that made me pause was Fury was a little too lighthearted. And I was like, oh, I don't know that I want
this. Before his old crusty one-eyed
Yeah,
Nick Fury.
I don't know that I want quite that much levity from Nick Fury. We'll see if it's overdone or if it's just that was one line that he just
we're not used to it. We're not used to it.
Maybe he just has a soft spot for cats. And otherwise is curmudgeonly.
That's,
So, who knows?
Cats are awesome. Yes. So, we're going to tell you what we thought about it later on. Look out for that this weekend. We'll watch it tonight and then do a review for you guys.
Cool. All right. New details emerge about Amazon's Lord of the Rings series. And, so the initial rumors was it was going to be about a young Aragorn. But now it seems like it's more going to be set in the past and probably go way back in his lineage. And Mike wrote up this whole little thing. I'm going to boil it down. They put a bunch of images out on Twitter of the map. Yeah. And when it all was said and done, you realize that this was post War Against Morgoth. Yeah. The world had already been messed up. Part of the old world was sunk, and the Isle of Numenor shows up on the map. That means we are firmly in the second age of the world, because Numenor is raised at the beginning of the Second Age and falls at the end of the Second Age. So definitely that's where we are at
and now. There's no Gondor on the map, which means
correct. So it is still possible that we'll be close to the Third Age. I would, for dramatic purposes, I'm going to assume they've already made their colonies in where Gondor and Arnor are going to be.
The Dunedain.
Yeah, the Dunedain.
Yep.
And they've probably even already, or maybe we'll start off with the war against Sauron, have them beat Sauron, capture him, and take him back to Numenor, and it'll all be a political intrigue with Sauron behind the scenes, whispering and manipulating,
yeah.
and we'll get to see the fall of the Dunedain and Aragorn's ancestors going, "Wait, what are you guys doing?" I think that'd be awesome. That'd be a great.
Gondor and Arnor.
Yeah, I hope. I think that would be an awesome way. You take the first season is all about how awesome Numenor was, and maybe at the end of it you get the final king, whose name escapes me right at the moment, who starts listening to Sauron and starts going, "Oh yeah, I want to go get the immortality from the gods."
Yeah.
And then go from there. And I think it'd be awesome.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is, I mean, not as much as the First Age, but the Second Age was a lot more like high magic kind of stuff going on.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely not as much as the First Age.
We had like,
First Age is crazy.
Of, like Balrog flying through the air or something like
right,
that.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
You will, significantly fewer of those kind of creatures, but still definitely lots more magic than you saw. I mean, it'll be more like what we saw in the Hobbit movie magic-wise than what we saw in Lord of the Rings, because all you see in Lord of the Rings is Gandalf shining some lights, making a shield, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. Should be more than this.
Well, the Dunedain themselves were like closer to current day elfin like power wise or whatever. Not necessarily.
Yeah, I mean
they powerful, but they're more powerful than men.
Correct. Well, they were men, but yes, they were more. They were more like Aragorn, where people lived to be 100, 200, whatever plus years old.
Take on like a army of orcs.
Yes. So they were definitely quite awesome. I'm cautiously optimistic about this series. I think that could be a cool way to go, and it really delves into an area of Lord of the Rings that not a lot of people. You have to be an uber fan to really know about this, because this is stuff from the Silmarillion, which not a lot of people have read.
Right.
I would suggest reading it. It is dense. It is deep.
Force your way past the first third of it.
Yeah.
Then it gets really good.
Still read it just so you have that foundation. But once you've done it once, you don't ever, you don't even ever need to go back to the first section again.
Yeah.
But there you go.
All right. Well, that does it, folks, for our main stories. Only 2 this week.
Yeah.
But then we have a bunch of our nerd nuggets, our smaller stories, our geek bites. Starting off with not a small story, but Avengers Endgame. It's a big deal. But how big a deal is Avengers Endgame going to be?
Very.
Very big deal, apparently. The first estimates are in, and we're talking record-breaking yet again. They're predicting a North American weekend opening of $282 million, which is 9% over Infinity War. Now, if it maintains that 9% and has a similar run, which there's no reason why it shouldn't at this point,
right?
We're looking at a $2.2 billion movie, placing it squarely in second place of all time, only behind Titanic, which had a much, much longer theatrical run.
It's had like three
releases.
Runs or something like that.
Yeah.
And I may be underestimating on that, but I know it had at least 3 runs where it kept coming back and back.
And was in theaters for a long time. So, but on a 3-month run, make enough money to throw itself into second place of all time?
I could see Endgame staying in theaters until Far From Home comes out. I can totally see a world where that happens, where it stays in theaters that long. Yeah. I hope these are low figures. Like that's what I'm hoping.
These are the first estimates that came out.
Right. Yeah. Oh, hashtag bring the Titanic down again.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
We all know how much Cameron loves superhero movies.
Yeah. Oh, come on, everybody.
Drop out of the top places.
Get it out there. Bring the Titanic down again. Everybody go see this movie at least 5 times in the theaters so you can help unseat the juggernaut.
I should just bring them back, do a back-to-back next year with both of them. A double feature. re-release.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh no, if you
Punch those numbers up.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what Disney has planned for December yet, but
we haven't everything, so we're just gonna re-release these two.
Yeah.
Double feature. Endgame and.
Yeah. Wait, is 9 this December? I guess it is. Yeah. I think so. All right. Next one, also in movie figures. Alita Battle Angel hit 350 million worldwide with a solid third week, which is awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I want this to do well so that we can get more of these type of movies.
This had a good word of mouth. People are going out supporting this.
Yeah.
However, it's hitting the Captain Marvel wall this week.
True. Although what's it at now? Which place is it still first place or is it dropped? Third.
Is that But it's been 3 weeks.
It's been out for a little while, so let's hope it stays top 5.
It's staying on top 5 for a little while,
for a little longer. So
yeah, it's still going.
I mean, I still need to go see it. Yeah. So
and he's been making still about 100 million away from break even. So
right.
Hopefully he can do this. But for a movie that people thought it was going to crash, it's still held in.
Yeah. Well, it did better than Mortal Engines.
Yes. All right. Moving on in sad news, Arrow has announced the 8th season will be its last. Steve Amell put out a Twitter video and was basically just saying that next fall it'll end after an abbreviated 10 episodes.
Okay.
Now, why is it abbreviated 10 episodes? I mean, that seems kind of bad. It's got decent ratings. It started the CW universe.
Yeah. And
they've all said these characters can live on. They created a whole universe here.
Right.
And they have several other shows they can appear in. But 10 episodes will put it right around the team up next year of the CW shows, which is Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Oh.
So.
Interesting. All right.
So, looks like they're going to end right at Crisis. So, wonder what's going to happen there.
Yeah, I wonder. Interesting. All right, yeah. Yeah, I wonder what's
because in the comics, Flash dies in Crisis.
Right. Yeah. Maybe they'll.
Maybe they swap.
I hope not. I want Ollie and what's her name to get together and be able to have like the happy life away from the scene, away from the scene. But who knows? I wonder if this has anything to do with Stephen Amell getting more into wrestling.
I don't know.
Maybe he's going to join his buddies over at AEW. But all right, Brian K. Vaughan has signed on to write the Gundam movie for Legendary.
Wow, Gundam movie. So this is gonna be a live-action Gundam movie.
Interesting. Could be cool.
Yeah,
they've got
giant robots in any version. I'm for.
Yeah.
So.
And they've shown that they can do giant robots pretty well.
Yeah. On
screen nowadays, so that could be cool.
All right, and others sad cancellation news. During an interview with Captain Marvel, Clark Gregg, Phil Coulson himself, let drop that season 7 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will be the last. So he was reflecting on his career. That all started 11 years ago, and now he's like, we're filming the 7th and final season. I think it was an accident. I think he just let it drop. So now we know.
Well,
had a good run.
I got to be honest, I haven't seen since season 3 or 4. I can't remember which was the last. Which is the one where they went to space.
That was season before last. So, 5th season.
Oh, okay. So I have seen 4 seasons.
Okay.
So there you go. All right. Let's see. Idris Elba is the first and only choice to take the Deadshot role from Will Smith. That Will Smith's vacated. Well, I don't know if Will Smith vacated it or if they decided to go a different direction.
Right.
Whatever happened, Idris Elba is the one and only choice for it.
To be clear, he hasn't signed anything, right?
Yeah, that's their...
But the wording here tends to suggest that if he doesn't take the role, they're not going to have a Deadshot. Sounds like.
Yeah. I got to be honest, I can't see him in this role.
Really?
I mean, he's an awesome actor, but I've always seen him as way too serious for Deadshot. Deadshot, I mean, he is a relatively serious character, but you need a little bit of lightheartedness to cancel out. Yes, yeah, that's what I'm getting. Will Smith and the guy who plays him in the CW, whose name escapes me right now, they both have that kind of little bit of
smart
smart-ass,
Yeah.
a little bit of self-deprecation, and yeah, I just can't see Idris Elba not just the tough, badass kind of too serious for this role kind of thing. I mean, I'm open to seeing how well it does, but
All right, yeah, we'll see.
It's weird.
All right, and in we told you a year ago news, we told you so. The Hollywood Reporter had a new report came out that suggests New Mutants movie will not get a theatrical release. Now, this movie was supposed to come out last year, then it got pushed to summer of last year, then it got pushed to spring of this year, and then got pushed finally to August. This movie still has reshoots that it's yet to be scheduled to do. All right?
Yeah.
So they did the reshoots, they scheduled the reshoots for Dark Phoenix, but this one still has reshoots that yet to be scheduled. So what are they going to do with this movie? Yeah, the experts in the business are saying that it could be one of the first to premiere on Disney Plus.
Yeah, which would be interesting to see, because the reshoots are in, I believe, when we reported this, that they're supposed to make it scarier.
Yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily jive with Disney Plus.
Yeah.
So if it goes to Disney Plus, it will probably go in the form it is now.
Yeah. Which is probably why it makes sense why.
Yeah, don't
they haven't
reshoots.
scheduled any reshoot yet for it. They'll probably dump it there in whatever version it's in. No matter how well it does, it's not like Disney's.
Yeah, they didn't lose any money on it.
Yeah, which is kind of sad. I actually had high hopes for this movie, more than I did Dark Phoenix, and after seeing the trailer for Dark Phoenix, I'm still of that opinion.
Yeah.
But like I said, we called it. This thing is not going to hit theaters, and we said it'll probably hit the streaming service. But they also have Hulu they could dump it on too.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
All right. Producer Peter Safran gave some details on the Aquaman Trench movie, stating it would be a horror movie. Okay, yeah. That takes place after Aquaman. He also said it would come out significantly before Aquaman 2, which makes no sense if he hasn't even started filming it yet.
Exactly, which a lot of experts are saying this may suggest a further wait for Aquaman 2.
Which would be stupid.
What was it, 2022 or 2021, was it? Something like that when it was supposed to come out. Yeah, unless they have this movie, they already started on this movie somehow.
Because one, don't kid yourself, this is a horrible idea. The Trench with no context of the DC universe, it sans Aquaman, it's just...
Who's going to be the protagonist in this movie?
Yeah, it's just a stupid idea.
It's just...
The only thing I could see as possibly a viable thing, but then if it follows his mother's journey.
Yeah.
But he's saying it's taking place after Aquaman.
Yeah, exactly.
So it doesn't make any sense.
This whole report from him kind of blows everything out of the water that we were
focus on Aquaman too.
Yeah.
Everybody, you guys, Warner Brothers doesn't seem to understand. We don't want dark in our superheroes unless it's supposed to be, and you've got no superheroes in this superhero movie. So don't ruin one of the only two good things you have.
Yeah, I'm like,
I'm sure these
take that gamble when you've got a $1 billion franchise on your hands.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sounds kind of weird. All right. In good movie news, back over to the other side. Production is set to kick off soon on the Black Widow solo movie for Marvel, which is awesome. And casting is underway for all the follow-up. So there's all kinds of casting rumors out there. The most interesting one of which is that they're looking at Emma Watson as the front runner for the villain, I guess, the person playing opposite. Possibly, I don't know, another Russian spy. I don't know.
This is intriguing because that'd be awesome if you have a female-led movie that has a female antagonist as well.
Right. Yeah.
And my assumption would be with something like that is that it's because I believe there was a storyline in the comics where she went up against a fellow a graduate of the same school from later on, and they clashed. I'm pretty sure there was a comic exactly like that where
Emma
she
Watson's
got
a little young though, isn't she?
No, not if she's a new, because they're supposed to be young when they get
That's
out.
true.
You know, they're
This is
supposed to be
a
this
prequel. It's
little
a
like
prequel.
femme fatale type
Yeah.
things.
All right. Yeah.
Well, even if she's further down the line, if Natasha, say, graduated from it in the mid 80s, 90s, and she graduated from in the 2000s or the aughts there, then that's
true, yeah.
that rivalry there. Oh, you abandoned us, and
That's true.
I think
it'd
that's
be
cool.
If she was like, this British MI6 agent, like female James Bond chasing down a Russian spy, or
Again, if that's
or a rogue wizard.
no, I mean that's a good point. If it's a prequel, it could be a flip flop where
Yeah.
Natasha's actually the antagonist for much of the movie
Yeah.
until she gets flipped. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I want that now. Emma Watson is MI6 agent.
Oh, that would be so sweet.
And then freaking Natasha's a bad guy, and then she flips partway through the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Go with that. Do that.
Yeah, no matter what script you got right now, I know you're ready to film it, but make sure you change it up whatever we had before, because that's the winner.
All right.
All right, guys, that does it for this week's news. We're out the door to go see Captain Marvel. We'll be back with a review of that. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, share with your friends, leave comments down below on any of these stories or any ones that we missed during the week. Happy to hear from you guys. And if you're into gaming and game content, be sure to check out our other channel, the Grizzled War Master. And we recently put up a video where we're demonstrating the new game on Kickstarter right now, Justice Velocity, an action movie role-playing game. That's out on Kickstarter right now. Be sure to check that out. I'll put a link down below for that as well. And if you want to support us and the things we do here on this channel, be sure to
check out all those links down
check
below.
out all those links. Buy our shirts, shop through our Amazon affiliate link, and become a Patreon sponsor. All right, guys, thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.